Welcome back to the deep dive.
Good to be here.
We've got some really interesting source material today focusing on artificial intelligence,
Right. AI.
specifically looking at where potential investment opportunities might lie in this space. It's moving so fast.
It really is.
So our mission today is to unpack the perspective in this guide, see what insights it offers you, the listener, about maybe navigating AI investing right now.
And it's quite a compelling view presented in the material, I have to say.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it argues pretty strongly that AI isn't some far-off future thing anymore.
Right, not just sci-fi.
Not at all.
Yeah.
It's here, it's powerful, and it's fundamentally changing things. Our world, the economy.
Even everyday stuff.
Exactly. It's really moved into practical, quite impactful applications already.
Yeah, the source seems keen to push past just thinking about like self-driving cars or chatbots.
Definitely.
It argues the bigger story is AI as this sort of hidden engine, driving huge shifts across almost every industry, things we might not even see directly.
That's a great way to put it. The material points to so many different sectors. Take healthcare.
Okay.
AI is speeding up drug discovery
Mm.
massively, sifting through data to find potential candidates way faster than humans could.
Oh.
Or finance, you've got algorithmic trading, using AI to analyze markets, make trades.
The lightning speed.
Yeah, speeds and scales impossible otherwise. Optimizing strategies constantly. Logistics to smarter routes, automated warehouses,
Even entertainment.
even entertainment, yeah.
Yeah.
AI helping create content, personalized recommendations.
Yeah.
The source's main point, really, is that these aren't just small improvements.
Yeah.
They show AI's core power. Optimizing really complex stuff, finding efficiencies, creating value. It's a fundamental shift, the source argues.
And underlying all of that, reading through this material, it seems like data is just everything.
Absolutely central. Yeah.
We talk about data all the time, but the sheer amount generated every day is hard to wrap your head around.
It's staggering, and that's where the source says AI is so critical. It argues AI is the thing that takes this flood of raw data from phones, sensors, social media transactions everywhere,
Just noise, otherwise.
pretty much. And AI turns it into actual intelligence you can use, actionable intelligence.
How does it do that, according to the source?
Well, the material explains that AI algorithms are uniquely good at finding subtle patterns in all that chaos,
Patterns we'd miss.
completely miss, and then making predictions based on those patterns, even automating decisions
Mhm.
faster, more consistently than humans possibly could.
So it's not just efficiency, it's a real strategic advantage.
That's the argument. Companies using AI effectively get that edge, driving growth, driving innovation.
Okay, so the why is clear AI's impact, the role of data.
Yeah.
But the practical part this guide gets into, that's the key for many listeners, I think.
The how to invest part.
Yeah. How might you approach investing here? And the source is clear. It's not just about buying, 2 or 3 big tech stocks.
Definitely not.
The opportunity, as they frame it, is much more diverse, more layered.
That's a really important point the source makes. It says you need to think about the different layers of the whole AI ecosystem.
Layers.
Yeah, it's not just one thing. The guide actually breaks it down into 4 distinct areas, potential opportunities in each.
Okay, let's walk through those 4 areas the source outlines. What's the first one? Sounds foundational.
It is. They call it AI infrastructure and hardware.
Right, the building blocks.
Exactly. Specialized chips, GPUs, other custom AI processors. The source really highlights these.
Because they're different from regular chips.
Very different. They're built for the kind of massive parallel computing needed to train these complex AI models efficiently.
Ah, okay.
The guide uses that classic picks and shovels analogy.
Right, during a gold rush.
The people selling the tools often did very well. These chip makers and also the big cloud providers offering the infrastructure for AI training and deployment.
They're selling the essential tools for the AI boom.
Precisely. You basically can't do serious AI without this layer.
Got it. So that's the hardware, the cloud. What's the next layer up in the source's view?
Moving up, you hit AI software and platforms.
Okay.
This is more about the core software tools for building AI.
So not the final product, but what makes...
Exactly. The source points to things like machine learning platforms. These are like sophisticated toolkits for developers. They help build, train, deploy AI models without starting from zero.
Saves a lot of work.
A ton. Also include foundational algorithms, software libraries. So yeah, not the apps you use daily, but the crucial tools other companies rely on to create those apps. The brains, Sort of.
Makes sense. Infrastructure gives the power, software gives the tools. What's a third area? Sounds like where we see the actual applications.
You got it. AI applications and solutions. This is probably what most people think of first.
Like specific products.
Right. Companies embedding AI directly into products or services for users or industries. The source has good examples.
Such as?
Uh, AI in cybersecurity detecting, predicting threats super fast by analyzing network patterns.
That's huge.
Or, all the generative AI stuff exploding now.
Yeah.
Creating text, images, code.
Changing creative fields.
Totally. And advanced robotics in manufacturing or logistics, doing complex automated tasks. These are specific solutions where AI is the key differentiator.
Okay. And the last piece brings us back to what you said fuels AI.
Data. The source identifies data companies as a distinct, vital area.
Interesting they singled that out.
It really highlights how crucial data is. These are businesses focused on getting, cleaning, labeling, structuring, providing the high-quality data sets needed to train AI.
Because the AI is only as good as its training data, right?
Exactly what the source emphasizes. Bad data in, bad results out. So companies that manage and supply good, relevant data are fundamental enablers for everyone else.
That breakdown into 4 segments, hardware, software, applications, data, that's really helpful.
It clarifies the landscape, doesn't it?
It does. But the source is also careful to say, look, just knowing these categories isn't the whole story.
No, not at all.
The real message for you, the listener, seems to be, do your homework.
Absolutely critical. Understanding these segments is step 1. Then you need to research companies, understand the specifics, and figure out what, if anything, fits your investment goals, your risk tolerance.
And importantly, the material really frames this as a long-term thing, not some quick trend.
Right, not a fad.
No. It emphasizes that AI's potential is significant and likely has a very long runway. We're still pretty early, relatively speaking.
Early innings, yeah.
Exactly. AI capabilities are expected to keep expanding dramatically.
The source hints at some of that future potential, too, which is, well, pretty mind-bending stuff.
It really is fascinating. It mentions things like personalized medicine.
Tailored treatments based on your specific data.
Precisely. Analyzing your genetics, history, lifestyle to create unique health plans. Huge potential there.
What else?
Autonomous systems way beyond just cars. Think delivery drones, precision farming robots.
Robots optimizing crops.
Yeah, or even AI guiding exploration in space and just accelerating science itself, helping researchers analyze complex data, simulate experiments, speeding up discovery.
Massively. The source paints this picture of, well, immense growth potential over decades as AI matures and finds new uses everywhere.
So, putting it all together, the source's perspective is quite compelling. It suggests investing in AI isn't just chasing tech hype.
No, it's framed differently.
It's framed more like positioning yourself for what the source calls maybe the most transformative technology of our time.
That's the gist.
Investing in the future of innovation, productivity, growth itself.
It definitely makes a powerful case for AI as a core theme to consider for the future. A structural shift.
Okay, so let's quickly recap this deep dive into the source material. We've looked at the source's argument for AI as this fundamental transformative force.
Already reshaping industries, yeah.
We talked about how that explosion of data is the critical fuel for AI's power.
Can't have one without the other.
And then we broke down those 4 distinct investment avenues the source identifies. The foundational hardware and infrastructure.
The picks and shovels.
The core software and platforms.
There's toolkits.
The specific AI applications and solutions people interact with.
Like cybersecurity or generative AI.
And finally, those crucial data companies that underpin it all.
That covers the landscape described.
Right. And bringing it all together, the source clearly sees immense long-term potential here.
A strong case for growth, definitely. But, and this is vital, the source stresses this, remember the basics.
Always.
All investments carry risk. The material strongly advises doing thorough due diligence. Understand the tech, the market, the company.
Know what you're potentially buying into.
Exactly. And, consider talking to a qualified financial advisor. See how any AI ideas fit your own broader financial situation.
Absolutely essential advice. So hopefully this deep dive, using the insights from the source material, gives you a solid starting point.
The framework, yeah.
A launch pad for your own thinking, your own exploration of this really complex and fast-moving AI landscape.
Plenty to dig into from here.
And building on that future potential, the source touched on personalized medicine, faster science. Here's maybe a final thought for you to chew on.
Okay, beyond just the investment side we discussed, How might AI's ongoing evolution change your daily life, the everyday things you do? Maybe in subtle ways now, but potentially quite significant, even surprising ways down the road that we can't fully predict yet.
Hmm, that's a really big question. Definitely something to think about long after this conversation.
Indeed. Well, thank you for joining us for this deep dive into the source
Right.
material on AI investment.